All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Judge Kassan. This is the 1:45 p.m. docket on January 13th, 2022 for the City of Olmos Park Municipal Court. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to call the docket. If you're present, please let me know that you're here. You can take yourself off of mute and let me know that you're here, or you can wave to me if you have video. Okay. First
Yes,
up,
I am.
I'm going to go through the docket. So I have John Bankhead. John Bankhead. Trayton Bolak. Trayton Bolak. Alexander Camargo. Alexander Camargo. Brandy Carlin.
I'm here.
Thank you. Emilio Delau.
I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you. Mark Dickerson. Mark Dickerson. Okay. Catherine Dormandy. Catherine Dormandy. John Escoto. John Escoto. Isao Flores. Isao Flores. Ruth Gonzalez Corona. Ruth Gonzalez Corona. Abigail Gonzalez. Abigail Gonzalez. Capri Gonzalez. Capri Gonzalez. Christopher Hoag or Hoag. Thank you. Danielle Howard. Danielle Howard. Elna Huesca. Elna Huesca. Veronica Lopez Saenz.
I'm here.
Thank you. Caleb Martinez.
Here.
Thank you. Edward Matthews. Edward Matthews. Is that you, sir? I think you're still on mute. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right. Thank you. Kelly McCarthy.
I'm here.
Okay. Thank you. Russell Padilla. Russell Padilla. Jose Perez. Jose Perez. John Ruiz. I see you there, sir. Thank you. Brandon Suarez. Brandon Suarez. All right. And Richard Thomas. Richard Thomas. All right. Very good. All right, everyone. Also on the call is Mr. Frank Dixon. He is the prosecutor, and we also have a court clerk from the Olmos Park Municipal Court on the line as well. Okay. Some of you may be speaking to Mr. Dixon, the prosecutor, in a few minutes. If that's the case, you will be sent into a breakout room with him. So look for that notification to pop up on your screen if that's the case. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to just give some preliminary instructions, and then we'll go into the docket. We will be going in alphabetical order. So I ask for your patience as we work through the docket. We'll try to do that as quickly as we can this afternoon. Okay. So most of you are here for initial appearances. Some of you are here because your cases are in warrant status, and some of you are here for pretrial settings. If this is your initial appearance, I'm going to ask how you plead on your case or cases. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. If you plead no contest, you are not admitting guilt. However, you're choosing not to contest the charges. You just want to resolve them today. All right, that would be a plea of no contest. If you do want to contest the charges, you think there's some things that are in question or at issue, we will have you enter a plea of not guilty. Okay, if there's some things you think are in question, you would enter a plea of not guilty. You will then have the opportunity to visit with the prosecutor, and then we will schedule your case for a trial. You have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. You can choose to waive a jury trial and instead have a non-jury or bench trial, which means the case would be heard by me or another judge in Olmos Park. Today is not a trial docket, so there will not be any trials conducted this afternoon. Trial dockets are held separately and you would be given notice of that at a later date and time. Okay. However, if you do want to try to resolve your case or cases today, there are some options that are available to you. For those of you that are here on moving violations, you may want to try to keep that off your driving record. You may be eligible for the driving safety course. By state law, that option is available to you one time every 12 months if you have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance in your name. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the driving safety course. If you'd like to pursue that option, you must pay court fees, and then you will have 90 days to complete the course. All right. The other option that might be available to you is deferred disposition. It's sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days, depending on the violation charged. There is a special expense fee that must be paid, and that amount will vary from case to case. You must successfully comply with the conditions placed upon you during the deferral period, and upon successful completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, again, you are not eligible for the deferral option. If you are under the age of 25, you must take the driving safety course. If you are scheduled today for an equipment violation, maybe an expired registration, a tail light that was burnt out, maybe tinting that was too dark, etc., something to that effect. If you were able to get those items corrected and you have proof that those items were corrected, you may be eligible for a compliance dismissal with a fee for $10 or $20. Okay. If you need a payment plan, if you are requesting community service, time served, an extension of time, etc., I'll address those with you individually here in a few minutes. Okay. In the meantime, again, I just ask for your patience. If you will be speaking with the prosecutor, also be patient as you await your turn. Okay. Thank you again, and we'll be going in alphabetical order. So first up, I have Alexander Camargo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
Quite well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Let's see here. You have a charge for no driver's license. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
Okay. And you have a charge for no insurance. How do you plead on that?
Not guilty.
And then a charge for display expired registration or license plate. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
All right, very good. I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor and then we'll go from there, okay? All right.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right, just look for that pop-up to come up on your screen there. Okay, next up is Brandy Carlin.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
Good.
Okay, good. So you have a few charges that are pending. You have operate motor vehicle with without a license plate or with only one license plate. How do you plead on that case?
Guilty.
Okay. You have another one for defective or no license plate light. How do you plead on that case?
Guilty.
Okay. Another charge for no insurance. How do you plead on that one?
Guilty at the time, yes.
Okay. And then possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead on that case?
I guess, could I say I was a little confused on the beginning, but not guilty, I guess.
Okay. All right. Very good. So you have the not guilty plea and then the 3 other pleas of guilty. I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor because there's multiple violations as well as the not guilty plea. So if you'll wait a few minutes, as soon as he's finished speaking with the other gentleman, he'll be visiting with you in a breakout room. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Emilio Delau.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All
And
right.
yourself?
Good. I'm doing well. Thank you. So you have a charge here for speeding 34 in a 25 mile per hour zone. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. And then you have another charge for child not secured by safety belt. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of these two?
I would like to discuss a payment plan option if there does become a fine, and or try to do some type of community service if we go that route too.
Okay. So community service would be available to you. If you do the community service route, these would be convictions on your record because you would be paying the fines with your time, okay? So they would go on your record. If you wanted to try to do either the class or the deferred disposition option, those options would keep it off your record, but there would
Yes.
be some fines associated with that.
Okay, I would probably do the closed disposition so I could stay off the record.
Okay, so the deferral, so you're looking at two different fees here. You're looking at a deferral fee for the speeding of $232. Okay.
Okay.
And then the other one would be $255. Now,
Okay.
I can place you on a payment plan. Those would run concurrently.
Okay.
Could you pay those off in the next 4 months?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so to get you started, your deferral period would be 120 days that would run concurrently, so they would be running at the same time. But to get you started, we would need an initial payment of $40 on each case for a total of $80. Would you be able to make that initial payment by next Friday, the 21st?
Next Friday, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're gonna make a note here, $40 initial payment due by the 21st of this month. That's a total of 80. And then the court clerks, we're gonna provide you with some additional information after you make your initial payment that'll detail the dates where your payments are due and then the end date for your deferral period.
Okay.
All right,
Okay. And will all these be sent via the Zoom or email or something? Or
well,
as far as
you'll need to either stop by in person to make the
Okay.
payment, or you can mail in a money order.
And it's to the address of the courthouse, correct?
Correct. And once they receive that, if you do mail it in, once they receive it, then they will send you the documentation about the deferral.
Okay.
Okay, you just need to stay on top of your monthly payments so you can make sure you take care of these within the next 4 months.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. So just make a note that your $80 payment will be due next Friday. Okay. All right, you're free to go. Okay, let's see here. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I'm back on
Okay.
on Alexander Camargo. We don't have a resolution on that, Judge, and he wants time to file a motion for discovery. So I told him I would do a reset till April 14th to give him time to do that on a pretrial setting.
Okay, April 14th for pretrial setting. We'll get that documented. Mr. Camargo, where are you? There you are. Okay, sir, if you'll go ahead and file that motion with the court by that deadline, we'll schedule you for that hearing on the 14th of April, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Make sure you send that in with plenty of time for the prosecutor to review that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Thank you. All right, Mr. Dixon, you have Brandy Carlin. She has pled guilty to the first 3 charges and not guilty to the possession of drug paraphernalia charge.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, next up I have, let's see, Christopher Ho. Hi, sir, how are you? All right, you're on mute. If you could unmute for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, how are you?
Good.
Good, let's see here. Operate a motor vehicle with only 1 license plate or without a license plate. And what's going on there? How did you want to plead on that case?
Yes, ma'am. I actually work at a dealership, and yesterday I turned in the license plate that was on because I originally went like 2 weeks ago, and I told them that I had to go take pictures at the dealership I work at about 2 blocks away, and they told me to bring in that paper, but it was expired. It wasn't expired when I got a ticket. It was the same day, but expired like 4 days later because they only give it for a couple of days.
Right,
And I took it. They said it was expired, so to bring another one. I took one yesterday, and then they said they're gonna put that in a file. You know,
okay,
I did have a tag. We don't have a hard like license plate. We just a paper tag for the vehicle, and I had it, but I guess through the right there where Olmos Park is at and McCullough, it fell. I explained that to the officer. She understood. She said, just take another tag and take it inside the building, you know?
Okay, so you work for a dealership and you were driving a dealership vehicle at the time?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay, let's see what I have here.
And there should be like 2 tags, one from yesterday and then one,
Right, I'm looking at that now. Let me see here. And what's the dealership name?
it's called Eurospeed, International Cars.
Okay, let's see
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
And what kind of vehicle were you driving then?
A 2008 Dodge Ram 1500.
Okay, let's see here. And then I'm just trying to look at the documents that you provided here. Okay, so then the other one will expire next week. I see.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right, all right. All right, well then I'm gonna go ahead and accept that, and that'll be a $10 compliance dismissal fee, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so just stop by the court and make that $10 payment so we can close out that case for you.
I'll do that right now.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye. All right, next up is Veronica Lopez Signs. Ma'am, you're on mute there. Okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Let's see here. You have some older cases. You have one, which you have a fine due and owing of $396.50. Okay.
Okay.
And then you have 3 other cases that are open and pending. They are in warrant status. You have a charge from, let me just make sure here. Valerie, there's no pleas on these already? From the older cases? You're on mute, Valerie.
So the last insurance ticket listed has a capias,
Right, the other
the
3,
first
is
3.
there no plea
Right,
on the
there-
same 3?
no plea.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Lopez signs on the first one from April 29th, 2015. You have display expired registration or license plate. How do you plead?
I want to plead no contest and plea hardship and try and take care of it with community service.
Okay, and then you have a second charge, failure to maintain insurance or financial responsibility, also from the same date. How do you plead on that case?
Name no contest, take care of it with community service.
All right. And then you have a charge from August 7th, 2016 for display expired registration or license plate. How do you plead on that case?
No contest, community service.
Okay. All right. Are you currently employed?
Yes, but I'm not working right now. I've
Okay.
been in quarantine over 2 weeks and now my son has been homeschooled. It started. So
Okay.
I'm taking care of him now. I'm being the teacher. So
Okay.
yeah.
And if I were to assign community service hours, would you be able to complete those considering what else is going on in your life?
I mean, if I have to do it, I have to do it, you know, I don't have a choice.
Okay.
Take my license back.
All right. Do you have other cases pending in any other jurisdictions, any other courts?
Yeah, actually, I just finished community service with Leon Valley. So and I have one more that's in San Antonio. I've already gone to court for all of them.
Okay.
Taking care of them. Just trying to take care of them, get them all taken care of, you know?
Okay. All right. I'm going to, let's see here. All right, I'm going to assign 20 hours of community service on each one. Actually, I'm going to assign 20 on the expired registration and 25 on each of the financial responsibility. So you're looking at a total of 90 hours. Okay.
Okay. How
All right.
long are you gonna give me to do that?
I'm going to give you 4 months to do that.
Okay.
And if there's an issue between now and the 4 months with any kind of difficulty with you being able to complete those, please contact the court and they'll set you on a docket to see me again.
Okay.
Okay, that
Mhm.
will simply close out the cases upon completion of your hours. Okay,
Okay.
once we receive completion of the hours assigned, then we will notify DPS to release the hold, okay?
Sounds
All
good.
right,
Thank you.
all right, so any questions on that?
No,
All right, very
Oh,
good. And you can complete those hours. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Is there any way you could send me some timesheets?
We're going to send you some information. Have you provided the court with your email address?
Yes, they should have it.
Okay, so we will email that to you, indicating, again, the total amount of hours due and the due date. Again, you'll have 120 days, 4 months to complete. And you may complete those hours at any nonprofit organization in Bear County. So I want to be clear about that. It has to be a nonprofit organization, okay? It cannot be a for-profit business or corporation.
Okay.
It can be the food bank, Goodwill, Salvation Army, a soup kitchen, a church, something to that effect, someplace where you volunteer your time, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, very good. So we will send you that information. Once we receive your timesheets back and we verify that, we'll release the hold.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Dixon.
Judge, on Brandy Carlin, I've got an agreement where she pleads guilty on the first 3 charges, pays the $690 today. She says she can pay it. And then if she does that, I'll dismiss the drug paraphernalia case.
All right, so the first 3 is a total of $690 to be paid today.
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
ma'am.
And upon payment, you'll dismiss the other charge. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and those are just straight fines being paid. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Ms. Carlin, is there any questions that you have? Are you in agreement with that plea offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. I'll go ahead and accept that. And once we receive payment, we'll be able to close out all the cases for you, okay?
Okay, and there's a link right in the email that I got, I think, for the payments.
Valerie?
We could send you that link. We might have sent you that link, the GovPay now.
Yes, yes.
All right, very good. All right, if you have any questions about that link or anything after that, ma'am, you just contact the court directly and they'll be able to assist you, okay?
Okay,
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
you too, thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's see. Next up is Caleb Martinez.
Here,
Mr. Martinez, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, great. Let's see here. You have a charge for speeding, 32 and a 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Defective headlamps. How do you plead on that one?
Not guilty.
Okay. Failure to display driver's license. How do you plead?
If I have my ID with
Is it-
me and I just didn't have it,
Yeah.
and I
Is
just
it
didn't have it in the car,
right? Is it a driver's license though?
Yeah, yes, I emailed it to the Olmos Park courts.
All right. So you're saying you have a valid one. You had a valid one. You just didn't have it on your person at the time you were given the ticket.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right. If that checks out, then that's just a $10 fee. Okay.
okay,
All right. You said you sent that already?
yes.
All right, Valerie, do we have that?
I don't see it.
Could you email us another copy maybe?
Yeah, I can email another copy.
Okay, if you could do that, then that's just a $10 fee on that one, okay? All right,
Okay.
and then finally you have a older ticket from August, which is for no seatbelt driver. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have you speak with Mr. Dixon on all 3 of the other 3, and maybe you can resolve those today. And then you'll also send us a copy of that driver's license so we can close that one out for $10, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. So in the meantime, speak with Mr. Dixon in a breakout room and then he'll talk to you about your cases.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, next up is Edward Matthews.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Matthews. How you doing today?
Stressed, very stressed.
Okay, well, let's try to eliminate some of that stress. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we have here an older case from May of 2020. which you owe a balance of $193.70. That one we know is due and owing, okay? When
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
pay that one?
That one, the only issue I'm having right now is that I work for hotels, Hotel Contessa. So right now we're in a slow period. I just need some time to I need some time to get them all paid, really, because I want to
Okay.
pay them, because I don't really want them on my record. So I was trying to see if I could do deferral on the other
Okay,
two, but
well,
on this
okay.
one,
This one, just be aware, this one's an older one. It's already on your record. It's been reported.
oh,
So that one just needs to be simply paid out, okay?
okay,
So the sooner you can pay that one out, the better. Even if you
Okay.
can make, if you can make a payment towards it, that would
Okay.
help, all right?
okay,
But just understand you do owe $193.70 on that one, okay?
yes, ma'am.
Any chance you can make a payment towards that?
Today I can, well, I can't, I'm at work as I am right now. I can say maybe I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I could try to get up there tomorrow and make a payment, like $50.
Okay, so we'll make a note that you're gonna make a payment on that, okay?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
All right, and just keep making payments until you pay that one off.
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
can make that payment, we'll put you on a payment plan just to knock that one out as soon as you can,
Yeah.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Valerie, will you make a note of that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so then we have the other two, the ones from this past November. You
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
speeding charge, 46 and a 30. How do you plead on that case?
No contest
Okay, and then possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead on that one?
and no contest on that as well.
All right. All right, so you have those two. And you wanted to try to get deferral on those?
Yes, ma'am, if I could.
All right, so you're looking at, there's some fees associated with that. It's $331 on the paraphernalia charge, okay? All right, and then
Yes.
253 on the speeding. So I know those are quite large amounts, but I would place you on a deferral for 6 months. So the 6 months would run, they would run together, right? So it's not
Okay.
6 months and then another 6 months. It would be
No.
6 months at the same time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're looking at, let's see, 4, 8, 584, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And to get you started on those, we would need a $40 initial payment on each of those, okay?
Okay.
All right,
So
so that would be $80 to get you started on the payment plan. And then
Okay.
you would just make payments every month for the next 6 months.
Okay.
Okay, so the conditions would the only conditions I'm gonna place upon you for those two is not to get any moving violations for the speeding and not to get any additional violations, no similar violations on the paraphernalia charge. I'm not gonna
Yes.
tack on any additional items at the moment, okay?
Thank you so much. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, you're welcome. So that's gonna be 180 days. That will begin once you make your initial payment. I'm gonna give you 30 days to make that initial $40 payment on each of those, okay?
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
So you're very welcome. So $80 will be due in 30 days. That's
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
get you started. And then once you make that payment, then your 180-day period will start running.
Thank you so much. Thank you
All
so
right, so
much.
hopefully that'll give you a little time to catch up on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
thank you. Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
very good. So 180 days on each of those. And then keep in mind, you still have to make your payments on the
On the
older-
other, yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
any questions about all that?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, you're very welcome. Now, assuming you can comply with all those and you stay on top of everything and make your payments on time, those last two will be closed out as compliance and will not appear as
On my record.
conviction. Right,
Okay. So
okay.
much.
All right,
Thank
you're
you.
very welcome. Good luck to you with the
Yes, ma'am.
with work and everything, and hopefully we reduced your stress just a little bit.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, you're very welcome. You try to have a good afternoon, sir, and just stay on top of these payments for us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, take care now. Stay well. All right, Kelly McCarthy.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well, thanks. You have a charge for speeding 37 and a 30 mile per hour. How do you plead?
Well, this is the first time I've ever gotten anything, so I'm just trying to understand how it works. So I just wanted to speak to, I've been here 9 years in Texas. I just want to speak to the prosecutor.
Okay,
Is that how you guys do it here?
sure. All right, I'll have you speak to him in a few minutes. He is speaking with someone else at the moment. but when he's finished, you'll be sent a little pop-up on your screen there for a breakout room, okay?
I don't have a screen. I called from my phone, so how does that work?
Valerie, do you know how it'll show up on her phone?
It may indicate that you have to press a certain number to get into the breakout room. When we're ready.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think-
I called it in. I didn't use Zoom. I just called
That's
it in.
okay. So when he comes back, we'll let you know when it's time to go into the breakout room, and we'll let you know, and you should be able to look on your phone to press a button.
All right, let me know. Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right, just hang on a few minutes. Thanks. All right, Mr. Ruiz, John Ruiz. Hi, sir, you're on mute. If you could unmute for me.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. You're not driving, are you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm good.
Okay, all right. All right, very good. So you have a charge, sir, for Rand stop sign. How do you plead?
No contest.
No contest. Okay, did you want to try to keep it off your record?
Yes, please.
Okay, would you like to take the course or would you prefer to do a deferral?
I'll do deferred adjudication.
Okay, so it's $255, 90 days, no moving violations, and then we close it out.
Understood.
All right, to the 255. Is that something you can pay within a week's time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll pay the 21st. And once you make that payment, then your 90 days will begin.
Understood.
All right, upon completion, we'll close it out, okay?
Just go by the courthouse and we'll take care of it there.
Yes, you can stop by the courthouse and they'll process that payment. Or if you prefer to mail it in, you can take care of it that way as well.
Outstanding. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, have a great afternoon now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Mr. Dixon?
I've got an agreement on Mr. Caleb Martinez.
Okay,
On the speeding, he's going to do defensive driving, Judge.
okay,
He said he can pay the 144 next week sometime.
very good.
On the seat belt, he's going to plead no contest. I'm going to do 180 days deferred disposition, a fine of 234. He's going to need a payment plan and he can put $40 down by next week.
Okay,
He's out of work, so he might need the whole 6 months just to be safe.
okay,
And then I agreed to dismiss the other two cases, the headlamp and the failure to display. I know he's submitting the license. If we do that as a compliance dismissal, I'm going to agree to waive the fee as part of this agreement, Judge.
oh, okay, very good. All right. All right, so driving safety course on the speeding violation, deferral on the seatbelt, and dismissal of the other two.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Martinez, is that your understanding of the agreement with the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you're in agreement with that, and do you have any questions?
How am I gonna, can I get this information emailed to me?
Right, you will get the information
Like the
emailed to
agreement
you.
and-
Yes, you're gonna get that sent to you. You must, however, make the $40 payment and also the $144 payment as well, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any questions other than that one?
No.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna go ahead and approve that plea bargain. And then once we get your initial payment on the seatbelt case, we'll start your deferral period. And then we'll place you on a payment plan for that one. Once we receive the $144, make sure you send in also a copy of your insurance and driver's license. And then,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I don't have a car anymore.
All right, so you don't have insurance?
No, but I do have my license still.
Okay. Are you under the age of 25?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's see. How will that impact him, Frank? He'll need to,
I think he can still take, I think he can still take the defensive driving. I sort of heard both at these seminars, but I can rejigger the plea bargain where he doesn't have to take defensive driving. If we want to do that.
Well, if we could do a deferral, he would still have to take the defensive driving.
Right.
Valerie, when y'all process that, how does that work on your end?
It's either run as a defensive driving or it's run as deferred.
Right, and if you run it as a deferred, do you require the copy of the insurance at that time too? No. So we'll need to do a deferral on the speeding with a condition as the.
That's fine, Judge. And you know what? In fairness to Mr. Martinez, I'll make it a $144 fine and 180 days deferred.
Okay. All right, Mr. Martinez, do you understand the change that we've made? You still have to take the class, but because you don't have the insurance, you're going to be on a deferral instead. Okay, so it's going to be running, the deferral is going to be running at the same time as the seatbelt ticket. Okay, so basically during those 6 months, do not pick up any additional tickets. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the fine's going to stay the same. The only other thing you have to do is take the class. You just don't have to present us with a proof of the insurance. Okay, just your driver's license. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and you can take any Texas approved driving safety course online. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Just make sure you make those 2 payments. Well, if you want to pay the $144 in full, that will get you taken care of on that one, and then $40 on the other. Otherwise, you can make a $40 payment on each of those by next Friday. Okay.
Understood.
All right, very good. Any questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you're free to go, sir. You have a good afternoon.
You too.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
And Ms. McCarthy is next for you, Frank.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right, Ms. McCarthy, we're going to send you into a breakout room, so look for that on your phone.
She's in there.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
And then
multitasking here today. Sorry
That's all
about
right.
that. I was looking at my notes. All right, I'm gonna join the breakout room.
thank you. Valerie, on Mr. Martinez, he can pay either the $144 in full or $40 initial payment.
Okay.
Since
But
we
is
changed.
it going to be the 180 days?
Right, 180
Okay.
days for both. So we'll run those, if assuming he pays the $40 on each, just run them at the same time.
Okay.
And DSC as a condition.
Okay.
And then we'll call the docket, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so we have John L. Bankhead, Trayton Bo Lack, Mark Dickerson, Catherine Dormady, John Escoto, Isao Flores, Ruth Gonzalez Corona, Abigail Gonzalez, Capri Gonzalez, Danielle Howard, Elna Huesca, Russell Padilla, Jose Perez, Brandon Suarez, and Richard Thomas.